Okay, here we go. It's time to talk about the Ultimate Eye Support, a favorite of many, a product that once you start taking it, you do not want to be without it. And the best part is we are about to share with you the absolute finest value we ever offer on this product. It happens one time a year. It is unequivocally the best buy. There's a couple different ways you can order this. You can order just the Ultimate Eye Support, or if you want to also take astaxanthin, or if you're already taking astaxanthin, you want to restock it, we have it bundled with astaxanthin as well. So let me show you what the choices are, and then we'll talk about all the wonderful benefits. People, again, absolutely love, love, love this product. So take a look. We have a 40, a 120, a 360, a 720. This is the Ultimate Eye sizes.
And I just want to say, if this is a very expensive product, and you're fine taking one capsule a day. I take 2 capsules a day, but even at 1 capsule a day, it becomes a really, really affordable product, especially when we'll talk about what's in it. You shouldn't feel like you have to get the astaxanthin as well. Only get the astaxanthin if it really fits within your budget. They're separate products because the astaxanthin is so expensive that I didn't want it to act as an obstacle to getting the benefit of the key ingredients, which are the ingredients in Ultimate Eye. So Ultimate Eye is just that. That is the Ultimate Eye formula. If you could afford the benefits of astaxanthin, then you should. But otherwise, Ultimate Eye, you're getting everything your eyes need with the Ultimate Eye product in terms of night vision, quality of vision, protecting your eyes long term from the ravages of the lives we lead. So you get all the benefits you need with our Ultimate Eye. It's the highest potency formula ever. It's our best pricing ever. So it's a great opportunity. And even at just 1 capsule a day, 720 capsules, that's 2 full years of a product that contains our most expensive ingredients of any product we make.
Exactly. So let's show you what those choices are one more time. Use express ordering or log on to hsn.com. You can do a try me if you want to try it, see what it's all about. You can do a 40, a 120, a 360, or a 720 capsule. So this is if you only and exclusively want the Ultimate Eye Support. Here are the choices. The 720 would normally be $299.90. Check it out today. Huge savings here. $159.90 for 720 capsules. So if you just want Ultimate Eye, those are the sizes for you.
So that's
huge
20 cents,
savings.
20 cents a day, roughly, for lutein zeaxanthin at levels you're not going to see in other formulas. And again, all natural lutein zeaxanthin. You know, most companies are taking shortcuts. They're not giving you the proper isomers of lutein and zeaxanthin. We've been doing lutein and zeaxanthin for 2 decades. Other companies are really only now just finding it. So you're not going to find an eye product from a company that's been focused on an eye formula, and their eye formula has evolved as the science has evolved, just as we have. So the prices there are unparalleled, the quality equally unparalleled. We also offer ingredients for night vision. Basically all the challenges that we're going to face as we get older to our vision, this product is designed to naturally support our bodies in the face of those challenges.
Oh, it's phenomenal. You girls and guys will love this. And if you're already taking it and you want the astaxanthin, there are 2 bundle choices for you. So you can do a 360 count of the Ultimate Eye Support and a 180 count of astaxanthin. That price would normally be $239.90. Today for $149.90. That's pretty amazing. $149.90, a $90 savings to get both products. In the 720 cap size, check this out. This is huge. You get the 720 caps of the Ultimate Eye Support and then 360 capsules of the astaxanthin. That would normally be $449.90. Today, check it out, hundreds of dollars in savings, over $200 savings here, down to $239.90 with FlexPay. That's a $210 savings. So whichever size, if you want just Ultimate Eye, here are the sizes. If you want either of the bundles, the medium bundle or the large bundle, those are also available to you. Both these products are big customer picks on hsn.com. And just to illustrate for you, for example here, if you are going to do the bundles, I'm doing the bundles. I mean, why not? Because it's almost seriously like getting astaxanthin for free.
But I just want to, and don't probably sound like I should sound, but the bundles, even though we're talking about a year or two of something, the bundles get expensive because astaxanthin is crazy expensive. It's about $1,000 a kilogram. And it's $1,000 a kilogram, but it's only a couple of % potency. So effectively, it means that it's about $50,000 a kilogram.
Jeez.
So astaxanthin is crazy expensive. Lutein and zeaxanthin are almost as expensive. It's the most expensive ingredients we have to put in any product we make. So just so everyone understands, the Ultimate Eye on its own, you can't beat it in terms of protecting your eyes, in terms of giving your eyes the ingredients it need for. And this is, talk about an evolution of a product. When I talked about this product 20 years ago, I talked about the long-term benefits to our vision, the health of our eyes, age-related changes to the eyes. I didn't talk about quality of vision. I didn't talk about benefits to our brain and memory, concentration, mental acuity, changes in the aging brain. I didn't talk about those at all. That science hadn't fully evolved yet. Now I get to talk about all of those things, plus protecting and supporting our night vision. So it's incredible how you do this for long enough and you deliver healthy ingredients. I don't have to warn you about side effects. I get to tell you about all the other benefits you're experiencing that we hadn't even fully become aware of yet. So that's what's exciting about an ingredient like this, a natural ingredient like this. And one of the rare opportunities I have, I talked about how with vitamin D, it's unfortunate. You have to supplement vitamin D because there's no food source. With this, you're going to have to eat an abundance of healthy foods, but you can get the lutein and zeaxanthin you need if you shift your diet toward spinach, kale, mustard greens, collard greens, peas, asparagus, lots of rich green leafy vegetables in your diet, and you're getting the lutein and zeaxanthin you need. I have charts which will show how much, but there at least is an opportunity there that you're not on your own thinking, gosh, this is the capsule's the only thing I can do. So hopefully we shift our diet so this capsule becomes great insurance and not the only source of these essential nutrients for quality vision today, because it changes the sharpness of our vision. Lutein and zeaxanthin are the optical pigments. So they don't just protect our eyes long term, they're the optical pigments for vision today as well. So I'll get into all of that, read the science, but I think you want to show the one chart.
So one thing I wanted to show you real quickly here, and that's why if you do decide to go with a bundle, it is like getting the astaxanthin for free, because just the Ultimate Eye in the 720 size, just that product is $319.80.
Wow.
That one product is $319.80. So for $239, that's our today's special price. I mean, it's not even, you're getting a $160 product for free. You are not paying a penny for that because, again, normally you can see, I mean, the savings, if it was just that, it's a phenomenal savings. So that's why, and the astaxanthin, and we'll get to learn about both of these ingredients, but the astaxanthin could very well be the single most powerful antioxidant carotenoid available, period. And Andrew will teach you, we'll talk more about the support of healthy cells and the cell membranes for that ingredient. And so the fact you're kind of getting it for free, if you get the big bundle, it's a perfect night to try it for the first time or to stock up, because we only do this one time a year. One time a year, this is our today's special. People adore this product. When you read those reviews, it's mind-blowing. People talk about the difference in their eyesight, the difference their eye doctors see when they go have their eyes checked. It is remarkable the way your eyes feel. And the truth of the matter is, and Andrew and I, we talk about this all the time, you know, 50 years ago, people were not straining their eyes the way we do today. I mean, we are constantly, all day, every day, straining our eyes. We are looking at phones, we're looking at tablets, we're looking at computers, we are looking at screens. Our eyes take more of a beating than in the history of, of mankind. And there's never been a time when people are so hard on their eyes. And that's why people have eye strain and eye fatigue and all of those side effects from staring for hours at these screens.
Some of that, I mean, that's visual accommodation. When we're spending too much time focused up close, our eyes really weren't designed to do that. that. Our eyes were designed more to be focusing far away. We're out in the world.
Right.
But now we have a little world that exists right in front of us. Even more worrisome are all those computer monitors have blue light. Blue light is high energy light that's damaging to our eyes. Most cell phones now have an option to have a blue light filter on the phone, so it reduces the blue light that your eyes are going to be exposed to. So, but things like visual accommodation, whether it's lutein or zeaxanthin or astaxanthin, all three of them, there's science and research that talks about improved visual accommodation. And what is visual accommodation? That's the ability of our eyes to deal with the crazy things that they need to accommodate. So if you have like guests at your home or whatever, that you need to accommodate them. You get used to adapting. Our eyes have to get used to adapting. We'll spend hours looking at a phone just right in front of our face, and then we look far away, and then we look back at the phone. That's challenging for our eyes to constantly do that. Our eyes didn't have to do that. They really weren't designed to do those sorts of things. So lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, they're the natural tool that our body relies on to support that visual accommodation. We have one of the capsules of astaxanthin I'll just show. It was already punctured, I didn't realize, but they look black, the capsules. And here, I opened it up. It just shows how concentrated it is. Because now, as you see...
Your finger, it almost looks like you cut your finger. It's like
but look at the
red,
color
red,
there.
Red. Look at like a deep raspberry red.
But
and
what
that,
is
of course,
that,
is the natural color.
What is it? Well, if I start spreading it around really well, what does it start looking like? It starts looking at like
Kinda
the color.
Coral.
Coral, very good. Well, it looks like the color of almost like a pink flamingo.
Yes.
And
yes.
guess what? That is the color of a pink flamingo.
Oh, interesting.
Because the reason why flamingos are pink is because the sea life that they eat has this exact algae. This exact algae is what they eat, and that algae is what gives them this color, and that's the algae that delivers us the astaxanthin that we enjoy. And ours is natural algae. It's because there's synthetic you can get, but this is natural algae that's grown in a closed system, so it's not exposed to pesticides or other toxins. But as you can see, I mean, that is real natural astaxanthin. And now my fingers are.
I think.
And it's funny. It does look like my fingers are bleeding here, but they're not.
Wipe your hand on it. But you know what? The cool thing about this, that's the beauty of this. These natural. Clearly, we're not getting that in our diet. Right? I mean, that's something that if we're getting in our diet, I don't know how much we're getting in our diet.
But what's funny, I was looking at my fingers. Nothing wrong. There's if you're eating salmon. Okay. But natural salmon, because astaxanthin is so expensive, astaxanthin is not something natural. Astaxanthin is not something salmon, fisheries are going to want to feed their fish. Astaxanthin, again, for active astaxanthin, you're talking about $50,000 a kilogram. That would be about $1,500 an ounce.
Wow.
That's like, isn't that gold price?
Right.
$1,500 an ounce. So astaxanthin is about, for active astaxanthin, it's about the natural astaxanthin that we use. It's about the price of gold. Amazing. That's why astaxanthin is expensive. Lutein and zeaxanthin right behind them. But there are these carotenoids that are a vital part of our eye. And what's fascinating, these carotenoids, all three of them, are sort of these long symmetrical molecules that have sort of reactive heads on either side, but a long straight carbon chain connecting it. And that carbon chain spans cell membranes, and the two reactive heads do the protective work on either end. So it's remarkable that lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, these molecules are perfectly designed to deliver the benefits to our visual system, to protect our visual system, to deliver benefits to our brain. But what I haven't done is I haven't read any of the science charts or any of the reviews. The science on lutein and zeaxanthin, it's beyond exciting in terms of our vision, protecting our vision, how our eyes work. But the latest, I mean, there was just a study published, I think it was within a week or two, that I read. And I'll get it from, when I go back to my hotel room tonight, I'll get it. But it talks about looking at levels of lutein and zeaxanthin, optical pigment, and basically tracking IQ. In older individuals.
How interesting.
That higher IQ, higher mental functions as we get older, track with higher levels of lutein and zeaxanthin, optical pigments. And guess what? Optical pigments are not just concentrated in our eyes. Guess where the second highest concentration of those optical pigments are? in the highest functioning areas of our brain. And our eyes are just a specialized part of our brain. So it's fascinating that we get all these exciting opportunities to benefit, and that's exactly what this product delivers. Not just protection to our brain, to our eyes, but also protective compounds to our brain, and also better vision today, because lutein and zeaxanthin are a critical part of the optical pigments in our eye. Visual accommodation is something that we all struggle with, not just as we get older, we struggle with it now when we're younger because of the way we just test our eyes every single day.
There we go. And just reminding everybody, if you're just stopping in, it's once a year we offer this product as a today's special. It is a huge customer pick on hsn.com. If you have a minute to read reviews, we'll share some of the feedback from customers who absolutely would not be without this product. Those of us who take it, we love this product. You will literally see a difference when you take the Ultimate Eye Support. If you want just Ultimate Eye Support without the astaxanthin, we have a remarkable offer on just the singles, whether you want to do a 40, a 120, a 360, or a 720. The 720, normally $299.90, this is a $300 value. You're getting it for $159.90. Amazing offer on the 720, on the 360, same deal here. You're saving $60, $28, or $100 or $140 if you want just the singles. If you do want the bundles, and a lot of us go with the bundles, why? Because look at what you get here. You get 360, right? You get 360 capsules of the Ultimate Eye. Now let me show you something. For $149, normally you can't even buy the 360 for $149. Normally, you have to pay $10 more. So on top of getting the 360 caps of the Ultimate Eye, you're going to be getting 180 capsules of that remarkable astaxanthin. That's free. That is free, 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 because again, normally you can see what the value looks like. 720, same story here. If you look at the price of our 720, just the single of the Ultimate Eye is $300. So for $239.90, you are getting not just 720 capsules of the astaxanthin, or excuse me, of the Ultimate Eye, you're also getting 360 capsules of the astaxanthin. So that's why the bundles are a great way to go. That's why they're free shipping. They're offered on FlexPay. So if you can do the bundles, go for it, because this is a one-time a year we do it. And then of course, if you want the single of the Ultimate Eye, that is also that's a remarkable value. One more thing, if you would like to order the astaxanthin as a single product, we have that available also at great visit only pricing. Stephen, our producer, will put some information on the bottom of the screen for you. So if you just want astaxanthin separately, you can absolutely order it that way as well. And again, the price, there it is. So there's your information, 095004. So that's if you want singles of astaxanthin, you can do that. Andrew wants you to order whatever works for you. If you want the bundles, they're available. If you want the singles, however works best for you, you are welcome to jump right in here and try these wonderful products.
No one needs to feel that if they're not getting astaxanthin, they're not getting the benefits. Astaxanthin is a relatively new product for us. Lutein and zeaxanthin are something that we've been tracking and following for 20 years, and you could find research from 30, 40 years ago that talk about the optical pigments in the eye, meaning a critical part of the optical system in your eye, the optical filtration system in the eye, the way our eye creates and forms images. And they're talking about lutein and zeaxanthin. Unfortunately, our body doesn't make lutein and zeaxanthin, and unfortunately, our diet isn't really abundant in lutein and zeaxanthin because we don't eat an abundance of green leafy vegetables. I have a chart that shows that, but first there's another fascinating chart, sort of a depressing chart. This probably doesn't have to just apply to vision, but on the bottom of this chart is age. Over here is 8 years, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. And then this is accommodation. The ability of our eye to adjust and refocus when we change, say, focal distance, and especially we're talking about close vision here. So this is diopters of accommodation. So we start here, and when we're young, when we're, say, 8, 12, 16, 20, little do we know, it is steadily dropping. Our ability to accommodate for close vision continues. And think about the world of a little infant. You really want to have be able to accommodate closely, because everything, your world is so close to you. But as we go down here, then all of a sudden it starts to really plummet very steeply right about there. And where's that happening? Oh, that's right around 48 years of age.
Oh.
So when do we start noticing we can't read, say, things up close? We can't read small print. We have trouble reading things in low light, small print. It's right in the sort of mid-late 40s, early 50s. And that's exactly what we see here. And then by the time we kind of bottom out right at about 52 or 53, and then it's pretty much the same.
That's terrific.
So as I said before, that it probably doesn't just have to apply to our vision. It can apply to a lot of things. But that explains the sorts of things that are going on. Our visual system, it's unfortunate that the way our visual system works, radiation has to get in, but obviously it does, because what we see? Everything we see out in the world is basically light that's being reflected back into our eyes. And most of us don't think it that way, that everything out there, the images we see, is light that's bouncing off those images, and that light is entering in our eye, and that's what's forming the image. So the problem is, radiation, light, is entering our eyes. And unfortunately, radiation has an energetic component with it, and over the course of our lifetime, it takes a toll on the structures in our eyes. It takes a toll on the lens of our eyes. It takes a toll on the macular region, the retina of our eyes. So that is why our eyes concentrate antioxidants, concentrate protective compounds more than any other tissues in our body, because our eyes recognize our body was designed knowing that that's the one part of our body that the entry of damaging radiation was required for it to function. So okay, that's how we're designed. That's a great thing, but unfortunately, despite all of that wonderful design, the way we live, what we do, we don't deliver an abundance of the protective compounds because we're not eating an abundance of green leafy vegetables, which that's the next chart here that shows if you just look at the levels of lutein that you get daily from this product, you'd have to be consuming every day. And this is pretty easy with lutein, it's easy if you have a healthy diet. Half a cup of green peas, Muriel's green pea soup is something I eat every day, or half a cup of cooked collard greens, 2/3 of a cup of cooked spinach, raw spinach, 1.5 cups, cooked broccoli, 3 1/4, cooked corn, 3 2/3, romaine lettuce, 7 cups. A lot of things that we think are great in terms of lutein. Orange juice, not really, 46 cups.
Wow.
So a lot of things aren't, but then when it comes to zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, really, we get trace amounts in our diet. We virtually get none unless we're eating wild salmon every day. But cooked corn, zeaxanthin, 6 cups. These are the best sources. Cooked collard greens, 15 cups. Cooked spinach, 16 cups. So lutein.
Carrots, you'd have to do over 200 carrots? Aren't carrots supposed to be really, really great for your eyes?
That's the fallacy about carrots and vision. For a child, for an infant, when you're forming your visual systems, vitamin A in the form of carotenoids present in carrots are important. But in terms of a healthy aging eye, in terms of a healthy eye and healthy vision, not important.
Okay.
So, and then you just get to see how basically lutein, the 2 isomers of zeaxanthin that we provide, the 2 naturally occurring isomers of zeaxanthin and astaxanthin, they're all the same. And sometimes the difference in structure, it's just the 3-dimensional characteristics of these molecules. And that's what isomers are. They're basically the same atoms, but just arranged differently. Stereoisomers, that what I often say in terms of stereoisomers, the best way to understand a stereoisomer is that our left and right hand are identical, but our left and right glove won't fit on each other. So they're identical, but they're mirror images. So our hands would be, say, stereoisomers of one another. So molecules, because they do their work in a 3-dimensional world, molecules can be like a left and right hand glove. The left glove is not going on the right hand. So the molecules have to be the proper stereoisomer to be optimally or maximally effective, which are the isomers that we deliver.
There we go. We are busy. I want to find out from Stephen what the most popular choices are here. A lot of you are doing the bundles. A lot of you are doing the singles. Okay, so the big bundle is our #1 choice. That is fantastic. And then also, so the bundles are the #1, #2. A lot of you are going for the bundles where you're basically getting a free astaxanthin included when you break down the pricing structure here. So if you have a minute, go read reviews, because there are so many wonderful reviews on this product. You will see why it makes a world of difference when you take it. And the longer you take it, the better those results. So over the years, a lot of us were so grateful. And then, as Andrew points out, the health benefits move beyond just benefits for our eyes and those delicate tissues of our eyes. It moves on to other wonderful health benefits for our brain and beyond. So you decide, do you want just the Ultimate Eye? Do you want the Ultimate Eye with astaxanthin? Most of you are choosing those big bundles, which certainly makes a lot of sense, because the breakdown, as you look at it, I mean, the savings is remarkable. So if you want the biggest bundle, that's where you're getting 720 capsules of the Ultimate Eye Support and 360 capsules of the astaxanthin. That would normally be $449. Let's remind you that, as Andrew points out, these ingredients are the most expensive ingredients that Andrew puts in any supplement. So these are expensive ingredients, but that's why it's important. You know, we make an investment in our health when we buy a product like this.
And a quality eye supplement, you can't be inexpensive, because a quality eye supplement has to contain lutein and zeaxanthin. There are some products on the market, the A-Reds product, they're calling them, and things like that, that provide high levels of zinc. Zinc is cheap, it's inexpensive, and zinc you should be getting from your daily multivitamin anyhow. And I'm concerned that when people start getting high levels of zinc in an eye product, and they couple that with the high levels of zinc found in their multivitamin, that they're just getting too much zinc, and it's not properly balanced with copper. So what we choose is not to put zinc in our eye product, and make sure we give the most important ingredients, which are the lutein, zeaxanthin, and the other protective compounds that are part of the actual optical filtering system in our eyes. And originally, the original A-Red study didn't even have lutein and zeaxanthin in them at all. So this is something that we've been following for over 20 years. They've only recently caught up with. But if we look, I have some charts that talk about the general properties of the formula, but just there's so much exciting research that we have here. Probably have a couple of hundred charts in terms of quotes from the research. And I like the research because it's not my voice, it's someone else's voice. I like the reviews for the same reason. They're objective. There's someone else telling you what you can experience. So from the Gerontological Society of America, and gerontology is the study of aging. Lutein and zeaxanthin, they're called xanthophyll carotenoids. These xanthophyll carotenoids are the primary constituents of a protective substance in the eyes called macular pigment. Higher intake of these nutrients, either through diet or supplementation, has been associated with an increase in macular pigment, and there is evidence that they may slow the progression of age-related changes in the eye.
Wow.
We're all experiencing age-related changes in the eye. There's no escaping that.
Whether we like it or not.
Yeah, not necessarily pathological, but all experiencing age-related changes. Eye Health Foundation. Consumption of fruits and vegetables containing lutein and zeaxanthin may be linked to reduced eye health problems associated with the normal aging process. Journal of Ophthalmology. Recent clinical trials have determined that age and diet-related loss of lutein and zeaxanthin enhances phototoxic damage to the human eye, meaning not having adequate levels of lutein and zeaxanthin, while supplementation of these carotenoids has a protective effect against photo-induced damage to the lens and the retina.
Excellent.
And we are all, with our eyes open, radiation comes in, we are all doing with basically photo-induced damage to the lens of the eye, the lens and macular retina of the eye. Journal of Ophthalmology. Unfortunately, beginning with middle age, antioxidant protection is depleted, and this leads to the formation of age-related changes in the eye. Increasing the intake of fruits and vegetables high in lutein and zeaxanthin has been found to retard age-related changes in the eye. In addition, supplementation with lutein and zeaxanthin has been very effective at restoring these important ocular antioxidants.
Excellent.
From New Frontiers in Ophthalmology. I tried to get it from as many objective sources as possible. You'll note a theme here. The role of lutein and zeaxanthin in eye health has been further supported by some epidemiologic studies reporting an inverse relationship between lutein and zeaxanthin intake and eye problems, particularly age-related, meaning more lutein and zeaxanthin, less eye problems. Several controlled intervention studies have also indicated that macular pigment density or dietary dietary supplementation with lutein improves parameters of visual function, such as visual acuity, glare recovery, and contrast sensitivity. If you're someone that goes outside and notice that you struggle with bright light or you struggle coming back into darker light, that is a different form of accommodation that, again, lutein and zeaxanthin help to improve. The average daily intake of lutein by Americans is currently about 1.7 milligrams per day. That, studies I read, that's even on the high side.
Wow.
So it's an opportunity to increase by multiples the level you get every single day. Lutein consumption, it increases it by about 8-fold. Yep. Lutein consumption is far below the level of 6 to 14 milligrams per day that have been associated with eye health.
Your lutein is 10 milligrams.
10 and 5, yes.
Yep. Excellent.
So we're giving 15 milligrams per day.
Beautiful.
According to U.S. National Health interview studies, there was a decrease in lutein consumption between different categories of people between 1987 and 1982 due to decreased intakes of green leafy vegetables, and that has only continued. U.S. research has forecast that the number of patients with age-related eye health issues is likely to double between 2010 and 2050. And is becoming a crucial public health issue. Jeez. Given their accumulation in the retina, the role of lutein and zeaxanthin play in eye health has been investigated with a particular focus on how consumption of these carotenoids may prevent and/or slow the progression of age-related changes in the eye. From ophthalmology in the medical journal, macular pigment was defined chemically as a mixture of two carotenoids, lutein and zeaxanthin. These two carotenoids concentrate in the center of the retina, the macula lutea, that's why macula lutea, that really means yellow spot. So our retina is a yellow spot because of the lutein, where lutein and zeaxanthin, where they absorb blue light and act as a filter that may attenuate photochemical damage caused by short wavelength visible light. But we have about another 50 charts that talk about the benefits of the eye. I'll try to find some charts here that talk about the benefits to the brain, which I think are exciting now.
I think one of the things too to note, and Andrew likes to do this time of year, because our eyes face challenges every day, but we are coming into the sunshine, sunnier months. And so because of that, our eyes will be dealing with more eye strain than normally around the other parts of the year. So this is the perfect time to buy it. The perfect time to try it for the first time if you're not already taking it. If you love this product, and there are many thousands of people who do, look at already, you can see our little clicker went down, but I don't know, 7,000, 8,000 have already been spoken for. So yours is waiting here for you, whether you want the biggest bundle, where you get astaxanthin with it, or whether you want just a single size. That's completely up to you. But the best part is that you will see a difference. I notice the difference in the way my eyes feel when I take this product. I used to have to use eye drops on the air all the time. I'd have to come out here with my little bag, and I'd have eye drops, and halfway through the show, my eyes used to get very bloodshot on the air. My eyes used to get really dry, and I just find that by taking this product, my eyes feel better. They feel healthier. They feel more moisturized. And I think a lot of people find that. Do you remember, I don't know if you remember working with me, our lighting guy would come out during the commercial breaks, and he'd do this little thing like, put your eye drops in, because my eyes would start to get really red. And I've noticed that this has really helped the way my eyes look and feel.
There's an abundance of research and reviews we have here that talk about dry eye as well. Yeah. So that's something, a lot of us, again, as we get older, our eyes struggle just like any other system in our body, and especially because of the nature of the work they do, and that they deal with a different level of exposure than other systems. We think about wrinkling of the skin, and most of the wrinkling of the skin is a result of oxidative damage from light exposure. When we look at our eyes, light has to actually not only enter our eye, but then it passes through the lens of our eye, and that lens focuses it on a very small area in the retina of our eye. So that concentrated radiation over the course of a lifetime, it takes its toll on the tissues of our retina, which is why lutein and zeaxanthin are concentrated, as are astaxanthin, are concentrated in those tissues of the retina, because those retinas are the victim of constant bombardment by radiation. That radiation is necessary for us to form of visual image in our eye, but unfortunately that radiation also causes damage. I grabbed some charts. I think these are the ones that talked about some of the latest research, and I had talked about earlier that there was just a study that I'll get the citation from the study when I come back tomorrow that talked about higher IQ in populations with higher levels of lutein and zeaxanthin.
That's great.
Molecules. The relationship between lutein, a dietary xanthophyll carotenoid, and visual and cognitive health is particularly compelling because lutein is taken up selectively into eye and brain tissue. Given that the eye is an extension of the neural system, meaning an extension of the brain, lutein is increasingly recognized as having a role in cognitive function.
Makes sense.
And only lutein was consistently associated with a wide range of cognitive measures that included executive function, that's higher level thinking, language, learning, and memory, which are all associated with specific brain regions.
Amazing.
From another journal, Nutrients, dietary intake, good or bad, can influence the oxidative and inflammatory state of the brain and hence its function. Past studies have suggested that higher lutein and zeaxanthin levels in serum, that's body serum, blood serum, and in the central nervous system, as quantified by measuring macular pigment optical density, MPOD, are related to improved cognitive function in older adults. So, older adults with higher levels of lutein and zeaxanthin have improved cognitive function.
Isn't that great? And years ago, we never even talked about these things.
No.
This is exciting.
I didn't talk about night vision. I didn't talk about accommodation. Right. I didn't talk about clearer vision. I didn't talk about the things. We saw those in the reviews, but now the science has really caught up to the reviews, interestingly enough. But as we continue here, supplementation with lutein and zeaxanthin improves central nervous system xanthophyll levels and cognitive function in young, healthy adults. So we know about older adults, but this is talking about even in young, healthy adults.
Interesting.
Macular pigment optical density has been shown to be highly correlated to lutein and zeaxanthin accumulation in the brain. So what's in your eye, similarly in your brain. Using this technique, a number of cross-sectional studies have correlated the macular xanthophylls, that's lutein and zeaxanthin, with many aspects of both visual, of course, but also of cognitive function in both young and older subjects. Lutein and zeaxanthin supplementation in healthy older adults produces improvements in cognitive function on a variety of domains.
It's very exciting.
So it goes without saying the impact on vision, but how exciting, now we're seeing an impact on brain function.
Exactly.
In our study, the xanthophylл intervention was related to all three of these variables: visual memory, complex attention, and reasoning ability. So yet another way to support.
Yes, another reason to be taking this.
Yeah, so we're not just talking about protecting our long-term vision, which for a couple of decades was the reason this product was so popular. And then, of course, in the reviews you read about how improved vision was being noticed today, but now we also have opportunities with cognitive function for young and for the older, for those of us using it. Specifically, improved visual memory was related to the treatment, lutein and zeaxanthin. Complex attention and reasoning ability were improved only if significant increases in macular pigment were also achieved. So meaning that you had to see a significant change in lutein and zeaxanthin levels. Additional neuroimaging analyses of the entire study sample, including the older adult sample, suggests that lutein and zeaxanthin supplementation improves white matter integrity, meaning they're actually looking at their brains in regions of brain known to show white matter declines in older age and those at risk. And it's one thing to observe changes in behavior and cognitive function. It's a whole nother thing to observe changes in brain structure.
That is absolutely remarkable. I mean, we're talking about an eye product, but look at all the brain benefits. I mean, that is pretty exciting stuff. And that is one more reason why those of us who take it, we love this product. We all love taking it. We notice the difference when we take it. It is such a worthwhile investment. You know, you think about the gift, the blessing of sight, and what a gift it is and what a blessing it is to have sight. And I think every one of us, we want to do what we can to take care of our eyes. I mean, we really do. And I think there's all kinds of things we can do, but the bottom line is we strain our eyes every single day. The world we live in, the society we live in, we are constantly looking at screens. We're constantly straining our eyes. And then, of course, as we enter spring and summertime with more sunshine, all of these things are harder on our eyes. So this is a way for you to do something excellent for your eye health every single day. And it's not just something you take and you hope that it works. You actually will notice a difference, that it's helping and that it is working. Whether it's your vision, whether it's your night vision, whatever it might be, dry eyes, the way your eyes feel, we all have found our own personal benefits from taking this product. I hope you will try yours, because this is a one-day offer. We do this once a year. It's our biggest, best value.
And the price
it's the lowest
doubles.
price exactly. The price will be doubling. So it is not an inexpensive product, but again, most of us do not want to even think about putting a price on healthy eyes and the good health of our eyes.
And even at 1 capsule per day, you're still increasing from a typical diet, your lutein and zeaxanthin levels probably by 500 or 600%. So even at 1 capsule a day, that 720 capsule supply, you don't have to get the bundles. That's still a bargain. We're talking about the most expensive ingredients that, unfortunately, a good eye product are going to have to require. And unfortunately, most of those products, even that might contain lutein and zeaxanthin, they won't have adequate levels, or they're not using natural forms or the right stereoisomers, the right isomers. What I was going to do is, I haven't read any reviews, and that's probably where I should have started. I love the science because the science is so compelling, but the reviews are also compelling, so I just grabbed some off the top of the pile here. Doctor was amazed. I've been using Ultimate Eye Support for many years and went to the eye doctor every 2 or 3 years for my checkup. And it was about the 7th year that the doctor told me that my eyesight kept getting better and better each time I saw him. I told him what I was taking, as he was amazed at my progress. Thank you, Andrew, for all the work you have done and are still doing for better health in all of us. Great results. For the past several years, I have experienced a decline in my vision. Then I started using this product. My eye doctor says that my eyes have never looked as healthy as they do now.
Wow.
I've gone from not being able to see anything clearly to being able to enjoy TV, use a computer, and read on my tablet. I depend on Ultimate Eye Support and never miss a day taking it. This is the one supplement I never want to be without. From Agnes in Illinois.
Agnes, wow.
Positive results. I'd been taking Ultimate Eye Support for nearly a year. I had my routine yearly eye exam this week. My eye doctor exclaimed, "What are you doing? Your eyes are improved from last year."
Wow.
At age 67, I was hoping to just slow down the aging process. I was shocked that I had
Isn't that
an improvement.
exciting?
Well, we have hundreds of reviews like that.
It's
This
awesome.
product is reviewed, I think it's almost 97% positive reviews. It's a crazy percent.
Yep, out of 8, you have almost 1,900 reviews. Of that, 15, 16, 17, over 1,700 are excellent.
Yep.
Out of 1,900. So
It's
pretty darn good.
I think it's over 90% 4- and 5-star reviews.
Absolutely.
If you had 3-star reviews, it's about 95.
That's right.
Best eye vitamins on the market. My husband had eye issues some years back. He is 68 years old now and was told back then to be using an eye vitamin. Then the doctor said to find a vitamin with lutein. And of course, we've been doing lutein now, I think, for about 20 years. Our daughter recommended these vitamins, so we ordered a small bottle first. We are now, after 2 years, up to the 720 capsule bottle and will not be without it, which that bottle is only available once a year today.
One day, that's it.
And it makes it incredibly affordable. It has helped my husband's eyes, and his issue has not gotten any worse, and he seems to be seeing clearer. Our whole family takes these now, from Debbie in Missouri.
Wonderful.
Actual positive results. I went to the ophthalmologist today for pressure testing. Another thing we should always get tested regularly, our pressure. Something very easy to do, painless to do, just to understand if it's just something, glaucoma is something you just want to rule out. I've been going every 6 months, very good, since starting these vitamins. My doctor said my eyes were much improved. I've noticed that even my night vision is better than it used to be. Ingredients in here to focus on that. Anyway, today my doctor said that I could go for 1 year before having to come back to repeat tests. I've been using these Ultimate Eye Support vitamins for 1 year and will never be without them. They produce actual, measurable positive results. Thank you, Andrew Lessman, for such a quality product. From Katie in North Carolina.
That's
Thank you, Katie.
Excellent.
The best. I've been taking the supplement for years. Every time I get my eyes checked, the doctor comments on how healthy my eyes are. In fact, my eyesight has gotten better, requiring new eyeglasses. It's amazing stuff. I will never be without. Thank you, Andrew, from Rosie in Florida.
Great.
Great product. Each year, my eye doctor informs me my eyes have improved because of this vitamin. I take many of Andrew's vitamins and have had great success with each one. I have many friends and family now taking these vitamins as I've told them my results. Thanks, HSN and Andrew.
Listen to these.
I've been taking this for years. After several years of taking this, eye specialists have all said how healthy my eyes are. One even remarked that I had the healthiest eyes she had seen all day.
Wow.
Including the 20-ish guy in the waiting room with us.
That's great.
Well, I haven't been 20-ish for about half a century. So I said, well, I guess the eye vitamins have helped them. And she agreed. So thank you for helping my eyes be in good condition. And they are so good that the doctors agree that I can hold off on drops for the pressure. Wow.
Wow.
Of course, only follow your doctor's guidance on things like that.
Absolutely.
My father had glaucoma, so I keep a close watch on my eyes. We all should. This is another reason to trust Andrew's products and information. Thank you, Andrew, from Patty in Virginia.
Wonderful, Patty.
And by the way, we have just as many reviews talking about dry eye, talking about night vision, a must-have daily. I've been taking this Ultimate Eye Support for a very long time. I'm going to be turning 80 this year, and I have my eyes checked once a year. My doctor is pleased with how healthy my eyes are, and I told him I've been taking this product. I will continue to do so until I am no longer here. Thank you, Andrew. No, that's people often say, you know, I shouldn't be here, but no, we should all plan on being here as long as possible.
Absolutely.
And again, one of the interesting things is that, and I read this in reviews, and some people pointed out very kind of poignantly, is that sort of as we get older, to a certain extent, sometimes our world sort of shrinks. We don't move as quickly, we're not as agile, we might not walk as far, but our vision can still function pretty much identically, if we take good care of our eyes, identically. We might need glasses to read or things like that, to how it did when we're young. So it's one of those things that to some extent, we could see the world just as well as we did at 90 as we did when we're 9, and maybe through wiser eyes as well. So it really is important because we have that kind of opportunity. It really is compelling, I think, on all of us to take the small steps, and especially with this product once a year, this product becomes extremely affordable. Even one capsule a day, I take 2, but even at 1 capsule a day, even if you took 2 capsules a week, you'd be consuming more lutein and zeaxanthin from those 2 capsules than you consumed all week. That's what a profound difference this can make. That's how highly concentrated it is.
Absolutely. And the 720, again, I take 2 a day also, so does my husband. That's why the 720, that's a year's supply. We do this once a year. This is the only day to get the 720. If you just want the Ultimate Eye without the astaxanthin, take advantage of it because you are saving more than you're spending. It is an irresistible offer. You heard just a snippet of the over 1,500 perfect reviews on this product. So I'll show you one more time what the choices are. Again, the 720 bundle is the #1 choice. The 720 size in just the Ultimate Eye is also a very popular choice. So if you'd like to get that, look at the 720. It is, the price goes up to $299.90, but note, we will not even offer this. This is the largest size we offer. So after today, we will only offer a 360. Keeping in mind that today, the 360 is normally $159. Today, for $159, you are getting double that. We are doubling it. So it's like buy one, get one free, because it's $720 for $159. That's why it's important, if you're gonna try this product or restock it, this is by far the best day to do it. Now, to make it even more exciting, if you'd like to add astaxanthin to your order, you have a chance to do that with the bundle. So the 360 size, normally, again, at $159.90, for $149.90, you're getting the 360 size and you're getting a 180 size of astaxanthin. 720, same story here. Normally the 720 is closer to $300. For $239.90, you are getting a 720 of the astaxanthin and you're getting a 360 of, or excuse me, a 720 of the Ultimate Eye and a 360 of the astaxanthin. So that's why a lot of people are getting that big bundle with the flex pays. It makes it more affordable, and then you're set. I mean, that's a nice full year supply.
And I think the most popular is the 720 Ultimate Eye or the 720 bundle. And again, you don't have to get the astaxanthin is an exceptional product, an incredible product that only enhances the benefit of Ultimate Eye. But Ultimate Eye on its own is a remarkable product. That's what those reviews I was going through. And I just grabbed a few more reviews that I just was going to read before we run along. We just wanted to talk about the monthly special quickly at the end, our Choco Nuvo.
Excellent.
But that's some, hopefully you have good vision, that's some small print.
I could go for a piece of chocolate right about now. So that
well,
sounds like
in a few minutes, exactly. Wonderful product. Boy, Andrew, are you costing me money? Every year I have my eyes examined and my vision keeps getting better. However, I have to buy new contacts and glasses each time.
That's funny.
My night, so the product once a year is very affordable, but I guess it pays for the glasses.
Though, let's
a good
face
problem.
It. Yes.
Healthier vision, better vision.
Yes.
My night vision also has gotten so much better. At the age of 65, I was having a bit of problem driving at night in the rain or construction areas. Now I confidently drive at night, which I think some of us feel like we lose our freedom when we can't drive as well
Absolutely.
at night. Such a difference. My husband started taking the product. I inherited a 10-year-old toy poodle from my dear aunt in Florida. Poor little guy had such squinty, watery eyes, so I sprinkle Ultimate Eye Support in his food. Eureka, Lincoln, my dog, gets eye support, Ultimate Eye.
Gosh.
He has the sweetest big brown eyes and is so much more comfortable. Thank you from Sue. Yeah, it's perfectly fine for our little furry loved ones. It works. I've been taking the supplement for about 6 months. I've noticed a drastic improvement in my nighttime vision when driving. Things are sharper and clearer. So happy. Absolutely really works. I absolutely love this supplement. I hated driving at night as my eyes bothered me so badly from the strain of night lights and I just couldn't see clearly at all. After taking this for just 3 days, I got home and realized my eyes didn't bother me and the oncoming traffic lights didn't bother me.
That's amazing.
Now driving at night is no longer intimidating and frightening. They feel wonderful. I do not ever intend to be without these supplements. Garrison in Texas could actually be safer.
Yeah.
Ultimate Eye Support. I'm currently using this product, and when I drive at night, the headlights from other cars don't bother my eyes anymore. I can stand the light from other cars at night now. At first, I had to wear sunglasses at night to block the light from other cars. I love this product. My eyes are a little sharper when I watch my television set. That's the optical pigments at work. I really like this product now. I don't mind driving at night. From Regina in Ohio.
Very good.
More than I expected. My eyes are dry and burn all the time. They were also always so red. I noticed within 2 or 3 days that the burning and redness was gone.
Me too.
I haven't been able to read a book in so many years. The burning and blurry vision made it impossible to read more than about 5 minutes. I also wear glasses. I'm now able to read my pages at a time, to read many pages at a time. I was taking this for eye health. Since I'm an older person, I never expected these kinds of outstanding results in so short a time.
That's a great review.
Thank you,
for people
Andrew.
That love to read.
Yep.
Because that is also a strain on your eyes, reading.
For, whether it's reading, working on our phone, computers, dry eye, night vision.
Yes.
Farewell to dry eyes. I've been suffering with dry eyes for a number of years. I constantly use drops, ointment, and have been even gone on that new prescription that produces tears, all without success.
Wow.
Since taking the Ultimate Eye Support, just 1 capsule a day, I'm a new person. Muriel says the same thing. I felt the difference quickly and have already ordered another bottle.
Yep.
Thank you, Andrew. Great product for eye health. I've used this product for a month now, and I truly feel that my eyes are less dry, and I'm not using my over-the-counter drops as much. From Mandy in California.
Great.
One more. Amazing. I noticed a difference within the first 3 days of taking the capsules. Before I started the capsules, I was suffering from dry eyes and using eye drops daily. My vision was a bit blurry and it was hard to focus. I work on my computer all day at work, I do too. Since taking Ultimate Eye Support, I've used my eye drops twice, maybe, and my vision isn't blurry anymore. My eyes feel so much better. I will definitely continue to purchase.
And one thing before we have to wrap this up, I would love for you, one of the things I learned from you, because again, I was one of those people too, doing the eye drops because my eyes would get really red and very dry. I found, especially when I was working, it's bright lights here. It's hard on your eyes, you know, because we have bright lights in our face all the time. But the point is, what you taught me is the eye drops. I was using, you know, just the eye drops, and you were like, don't use those.
Well, it depends. I mean, like a saline lubricating drop.
I wasn't using that. I was using the drop that was getting the red out.
The drops that get the red out, it compounds the problems. Plus, they're habit forming. They're vasoconstrictors. They constrict blood supply to your eyes. So the eyes get white, but it reduces the nourishment, the blood flow, the circulation to our eyes, which is not what we want to do. They should be used infrequently and rarely at best. I mean, that's something we need to pay careful attention to. If you're going to use moisturizing drops, I like the ones that come in the little ampules, the little mini doses, because those in the mini doses don't require preservatives. So you're not putting preservatives into your eyes. If it's in a bottle, a multi-use bottle, it has to have preservatives in it. And I don't particularly like putting preservatives in my eyes, because you put it in your eyes, you're putting it in your body. So we'll talk more about a lot of the differences this product can make in our vision tomorrow. I just kind of ran through some of the science and some of the reviews. But again, our vision is in most of our eyes, the most important of our five senses, the most life-changing of our five senses as our capacity to use them changes. And there is absolutely no doubt that our vision will change as we age. No doubt. It's inescapable for all of us. As long as we're going to age, our vision, the quality, the health of our eyes, it's going to change. But there's also no doubt that the ingredients contained in this product, it's what our body uses and concentrates in our eyes. Our body sends them to our eyes at the highest concentration of any tissue in the body, and our body uses them to protect our eyes and to deliver that healthy vision. Our body also concentrates them in our brain and delivers them to our brain at the second highest concentration next to our eyes to protect our brain. And we'll talk more about the brain tomorrow.
All righty, so we're going to wrap this up for now, because we do have a monthly special we would love to talk about, and it is one of the most exciting products if you're a chocolate lover, because this is the greatest, yummiest, most guilt-free piece of chocolate you will ever eat, because